Alright, let's talk about Generation X, those magnificent bastards born between, the mid-60s and the early 80s. They survived the Cold War, the rise of the personal computer, and endured fashion choices that would make a blindfolded stylist weep. They're the generation that remembers rotary phones, landlines being the only option, and having to rewind VHS tapes before returning them to Blockbuster. Growing up in the shadow of the baby boomers, Gen Xers were often overlooked, left to their own devices with only a boombox and a stack of mixtapes for company. This generation invented grunge, perfected the art of sarcasm, and still mourns the death of Kurt Cobain. They were the pioneers of the internet, navigating the early days of dial-up modems and AOL chat rooms. The 80s and 90s. A time when music videos were actual works of art. We're looking at you, Peter Gabriel. And MTV was the only place to see them. This was the era of big hair, ripped jeans, and neon everything. It was a time when you could leave your house in the morning and not return until dinner, your parents blissfully unaware of your whereabouts. This was a simpler time. A time before social media and smartphones, when life wasn't documented in a constant stream of selfies and status updates. Gen Xers actually had to talk to each other, in person. Crazy, right? Let's face it, there's a certain mystique to Generation X. They experienced a freedom and independence that seems almost unimaginable to today's youth. They grew up in a world without constant surveillance and the pressure of online personas. They were also the last generation to experience the joy of discovering new music through mixtapes, the thrill of renting a movie from an actual store, and the anticipation of waiting for a photograph to be developed. Look, no generation is perfect, and yeah, the 80s and 90s had their fair share of fashion faux pas. Acid-wash jeans, leg warmers, shoulder pads that could double as aircraft carriers. What were we thinking? But hey, you know what? We owned it. We rocked those questionable fashion choices with confidence and a healthy dose of irony. And that, my friends, is the true legacy of Generation X. We may be older now, but we're still cooler than you. So tell us, what are your favorite memories of the Gen X era? Share your stories in the comments below.